The McMillan Center of Community Engagement for today's ACAA basketball semifinal matchup, featuring the University of Kings College Blue Devils versus the Mount Allison Mounties. At this time, we please ask you to rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem, as performed today by Catherine Noseworthy.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Caltambra se pote le paye, in se pote la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée de fleurs brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Test, test.
Test, test. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to semifinal number 2 here at the ACAA Women's Basketball Championships. Mount St. Vincent, the number 1 seed, has punched their ticket to the final. Mount Allison coming in as the number 2 seed, looking to do the same, but an upstart underdog Kings College Blue Devils team looking to cause some havoc in the seeding here. Ray Perkin and Brett Butler on the call. And Brett, we saw a great first game, hoping for much of the same here in the second semifinal.
Yeah, really high compete level. I expect nothing less from these two teams.
Kings controls the tip. Jenna Bain, second team All-Star. Gets it to Emma Garrigan. Garrigan finds a lane and has the first points of the game for the Blue Devils.
They sort of overloaded that left side of the court. Streaking right driver down the right lane, wide open.
Worth noting, no first-team All-Stars in this game, but 3 second-team All-Stars. There's Reese Nowlin, one of them, with a miss, but fighting for the rebound. Boxed out well by Garrigan, though. And Gosal back the other way for Kings.
Yeah, really good box out by Garrigan. She's making her presence felt early and often.
Right on cue, Garrigan. All 4 points here to start the game. Again, Kings coming in as the underdog against Mount Allison, who was within striking distance of the number 1 seed late in the season. Three-pointer by Nowlin is good, and Mount A's on the board in a big way.
Step
Reese
back
Nowlin.
3. That's a big confidence boost for Nowlin on early stages of this game.
Kings coming in as the number 3 seed, 12-6 on the season. Good battle there, but it's Lauren Furlong back the other way for the Mounties. Gets it to Nowlin.
Mounties have the size advantage in this matchup.
Julian Mumford in the paint for the Mounties, number 22, as Furlong takes a three-point shot that's no good. Feasby fights for the rebound, but it's through her hands. Mumford is the other second-team All-Star in this game. Ball down low now, that's Hebert. Hebert, long range two from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a good one to see from Kings. If you can force number 14 from the Mounties, Alexander, to play perimeter defense, take away her help side ability.
And right on cue, Alexander back the other way with an answer, pulls the Mounties back to within one once again.
6 foot forward, Danielle Alexander showing some range there, high elbow.
Here's Hebert with it. Coming in, Mumford and Alexander, quick double, but Mumford drops off to take care of Lindsay Black. Black looking for Garrigan down low. And bouncing rebound off the miss. No one able to get control of it so far. Bain has it. Feasby might have had a hand on it underneath Bain, so they'll give the jump ball call, and possession will go to the Mounties.
I've never seen this Mount A team play in this gym, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing from number 22. Jillian Mumford. Looks like an old school player. Lots of hustle, lots of communication. I love the samurai pony as well.
Mumford, second team All-Star. As that's Alexander now in the paint. Getting around Black, puts it up, and she'll draw the foul. Danielle Alexander making an impact here in the first quarter.
Pretty good defensive effort there. Kept Alexander from getting right in front of the hoop. Made her go pretty wide, but a bailout foul on the shot attempt.
Worth mentioning, too, Tom Scabar, head coach of the Mounties, his first year in that position. ACAA Coach of the Year. Again, leading the Mounties to a 14-4 record, actually tied in the standings with Mount St. Vincent, but because of head-to-head, Mount St. Vincent got the first seed, so the Mounties here in the second semifinal as the second seed. Alexander can't make good on the second, but it's a tie game at 6. Rebound out of bounds. Now here's Black up the court for Kings. Lindsay Black up top to Garrigan. Garrigan gets it over to Bain, the lone all-star on this Kings team. Gets it into Hebert. Hebert, jump shot no good, and Nowlin has the rebound. Veteran player on this Mount A team.
That time Alexander stepped out a bit further, contested that shot a little bit more, made the difference.
Good shot there by Nowlin, but doesn't get the bounce, and Kings takes control of the rebound. It's Garrigan back the other way. Garrigan in on Mumford. Mumford holds her ground, though. Long range pass tipped by Alexander and out of bounds.
Hustle.
Again, you mentioned Alexander measuring in at 6 foot. Used all 6 feet of her reach there to get a hold of that pass. Fortunately, couldn't get possession, so it's out of bounds. I think they're discussing whether or not the shot clock should be reset or not.
Yep, and I think they're going to change that to maybe like 15-ish. Second time I've seen Mumford defending on ball. When the Kings player picks up the ball, she's screaming in their face, ball's dead, letting her teammates know, deny the pass. They picked up their dribble. No need for help side anymore.
They're going to put 8 seconds on the shot clock, so longer possession than I think either of us thought.
Yeah.
Black gets around Mumford that time. Can't get the shot to go, but gets her own rebound. Kicks it out for Garrigan. Long range 3.
Oh.
Big shot. Emma Garrigan puts the Blue Devils ahead by 3.
Some Saturday afternoon banking.
Feasby now. Watched there by Bain. Feasby looked like she lost control of the ball there. Got it over to Nowlin. Her 3 just a bit short. Good presence there by Feasby, though, just to keep possession of the ball. And now Kings back the other way looking for an expanding of their lead. It's Lindsay Black for 3.
Lefty.
That one's just short. And Nowlin up ahead for Alexander in behind the Kings defense. Easy bucket there on the layup for Alexander.
Good body control, got both feet planted, didn't rush it. Knows she had the time.
Yeah, she had all kinds of time in alone there. Good find by Nowlin on the pass. Now it's Gosal. Watched by Lauren Furlong. Great pass into Jenna Bain. What a quick release, off balance, a little bit behind her, but Jenna Bain made no mistake, and the lead is 3 once again for Kings.
What accuracy on that pass. There was almost no room to get that ball through, and Bain had even less room to get that shot up.
Mumford now over to Feasby. Feasby's going to take a 3. That one well over the net, and Gosal will just watch that bounce out of bounds and allow her offense to reset here. Kings in their black uniforms, Mount A in the white. Black now over to Bain. Bain to Gosal. Gosal, Garrigan in behind the Mount AD. Mumford disrupted the shot though, but no one was there to take the rebound, and Black again for 3. Lindsay Black. Big three-pointer for the Devils.
And some visually upset Mounties after that breakdown in communication on the defensive rotation.
Nowlin over to Feasby, changes direction in on Garrigan, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Katie Feasby.
Good help side by Garrigan.
6-point lead for the Blue Devils here against Mount Allison, semifinal number 2. Winner plays Mount St. Vincent in the championship tomorrow afternoon. Jenna Bain gets it to Garrigan. Garrigan for Gosal. Gosal bounce pass in, but good read by Nowlin to take that away. Now Nowlin watched by Bain. Crosses her over and gets past her. Now Feasby maybe thought about a 3, gets it down low to Alexander. Baseline 2 is good.
Confident stroke from the 6-footer. She's hit a few mid-rangers. Let's see if she can get it on the floor and get to the basket as well.
We've seen lots of Danielle Alexander early on offensively for the Mounties, but here's Gosal. Another 3-point shot for Kings is wide of the mark. Big rebound there by Alexander. Lots of contact going both ways there. Goes undetected.
We playing playoff basketball or what? Big screen!
Mumford now steps back for 3. Jillian Mumford over the net, and Gosal with another rebound. So Mount A struggling to find their range early here. As Garrigan will calm things down, gets it to Bain, watched there by Mumford. Garrigan tries to cross over Mumford, but quick on her feet is Jillian Mumford. Now it's Black, another 3-point shot. That's no good. And Alexander will collect the rebound. Jillian Mumford, 6 foot tall, but certainly not playing like it. Very quick and agile on her feet. Long range 3 from Nowlin off the front of the rim. Feasby battles for the rebound, but Bain comes away with it, gets it up ahead quickly, and all of a sudden Kings is back in Mount A's zone. Garrigan thought about a 3, now gets around Nowlin. Puts a shot up over top of Mumford. Good battle for the rebound there by Ebert. Goes up, and that's going to be a foul on Danielle Alexander.
Alexander needs a sub. She's begging for one from her coach. Exhausted, working really hard out there. Timeout instead, though.
Not a lot of whistles here in the opening quarter. We're already under 3 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Fast and furious action.
Yeah, the tone has been set, and it's a physical one.
Saw a trio of collisions in short order in the Mount A's defensive court not long ago. So we'll see what ACAA Coach of the Year Tom Skabar, again in his first year as Mounties head coach, see what he can draw up here to maybe try and pull the Mounties even in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, that Coach of the Year award is voted by his peers, the other coaches around the league. So that's a really a lot of respect in an early career, and it shows with how well his team is playing early in this one. You know, they play really good defense. They hustle very hard. Alexander showing that, emptying the tank and not afraid to ask for a sub because she knows there's another one ready to come on and do the same.
If I'm not mistaken, the Mounties head coach last year, Ryan Norris, was the ACAA Coach of the Year, so big shoes to fill, but Skabar's been up to the task, again, leading his team to a 14-4 regular season record. Had a chance to finish first, but Mount St. Vincent winning their last game of the season got them the number 1 seed.
Is there an ACAA hiring committee of the year? Because I think Mount A deserves that as well.
Well, it's worth noting, too, another former Mount Allison women's coach, Matt Gamblin, now the head coach of the UPEI Panthers, is in the house.
The gambling man.
Hebert makes good on her first free throw.
I see a few Lady Panthers in the stands as well. Lauren Rainford, great player for the Panthers. She was on that team that went all the way to a national bronze a few years ago.
Hebert goes 2 for 2 from the line, puts the lead back up to 6. promptly gets subbed out. Lauren Ford into the game now.
Kings applying a bit of pressure, not a whole lot of resistance, just showing it.
Mumford now at the top, gets it to Furlong. Furlong with a lane, takes it, gets around Bain. Big basket there for Lauren Furlong. Lauren Furlong had a very strong second half of the season. A few people wondering if she would have been an all-star if she played like that in the first half, but someone to watch for the Mounties, number 6, Lauren Furlong. As Kings moving the ball well here. Black gets around Mumford and draws the foul.
Really strong drive to the left. Getting very vertical, not allowing Mumford to dictate her path towards the corner of the key, going right at the hoop.
Lindsay Black will go to the line. Misses the first shot, second-year player from Moncton.
There's some intensity in the eyes of Mumford on Mount A. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. She looks like a competitor.
Mumford in her third year out of Calgary. Again, second-team All-Star, named at the awards banquet last night. Quick pass up ahead by Furlong. Just out of the reach of Caitlin Simard, who got it back. Now it's Mumford. Swings it over to Nowlin. Nowlin changes direction on Bain, finds a lane. Coming in, Nowlin off the backboard, and no good. And the rebound there by Black again. So Mount A unable to really get their height advantage in play here on the rebound so far. Three-point shot by Bain is no good, and Nowlin's just going to escort that out of bounds.
Now, as a greedy basketball player myself, I'm snagging that rebound for the stats.
But Nowlin, veteran player, maybe wants to settle things down for her Mounties. Down 5, inside 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Feesby to Mumford. Mumford now.
Big
Simard.
screen.
Back over to Furlong. Furlong swings it over to Nowlin. Quick release on the 3. Reese Nowlin pulls the Mounties to within 2.
I believe that's her second 3 of the first quarter. She's a willing shooter, and she's shown ability to knock down open jumpers.
Erica Keg now. Must have gone off the leg of Nowlin as a Keg lost the handle on it. Nora Quinlan into the game now. Teams appear to be fairly even on paper in terms of experience. Alex Soiko now to a Keg. A Keg spins around Nowlin, gets a off-balance shot, but gets it to go, and the lead is now 4 for Kings. As Nowlin puts it off the backboard.
Mental error.
Unforced error, minute 9 left here for the Mounties. Danielle Alexander comes back into the game. Mumford will get a well-deserved break.
Wouldn't think a fourth year like Nowlin would make that sort of mistake. Lacking the court awareness, throws it off the backboard.
Bain now, all-star for Kings, gets it down low to a Keg, battling Nowlin for it, but Nowlin comes out on top with that and the rebound and draws the foul. So great battle there by Nowlin.
And a good recovery there from Nowlin, but don't love how she used that dribble before she had the full possession of that ball. If she just comes down with the rebound, takes stock of the situation, save that dribble, and you could dribble out of that trap yourself.
Feesby now over to Furlong. Again, key player here to watch for the Mounties is Lauren Furlong. Down to Simard. Back up top to Furlong. Maybe thought about a long-range 3. Gets it over to Nowlin. Reese Nowlin off the back part of the rim, and Garrigan back quickly the other way for Kings. It's a 2-on-1 with Soiko. Gets it to Soiko and gets enough of the roll.
Nice finish from Soiko. Again, pretty deep under the backboard, but they find a way to get it up and in.
And that pass off of Simard, and another bad break for the Mounties.
Kings all over the Mounties here early.
Some good defense by Kings being played here. Mount Allison not a team that has shown a penchant to necessarily shoot the lights out. A lot of their wins this year, low-scoring games, but very stout defensively. But Kings has taken advantage of whatever lanes they've gotten so far this afternoon.
High post double comes. Beauty move.
And that's a Keg on the rebound after the miss by Ford. And I believe we're going to get a foul. I think that's going to be on Caitlin Simard.
These teams are really playing a physical brand of basketball, and referees are starting to respond in kind with fouls, so they're going to have to maybe back off a little bit. Both teams, 4 for Mount A, 2 for Kings.
12.7 seconds left in the quarter. No shot clock, so Kings can operate without one, but less than 10 on the game clock. Now Soiko looked like she lost the handle. Managed to get a shot off. Rebounded by Ford.
1 second, get it up.
Soiko, and maybe one too many passes there for Kings, unable to cash in on the bonus possession at the end of the quarter. But going into the quarter break with a 6-point lead, Kings maybe surprising some people, again coming in as the underdogs. 21-15 the score after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you here in a moment for the second quarter.
Growth requires flexibility, the boldness to try something new, the wisdom to take care of what you already have, to get to know yourself, to step out and connect, to build something.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for second quarter action here. Semifinal number 2 in the ACAA Women's Basketball Championships. Coming to you live from Holland College in downtown Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Good battle so far. Kings sporting a 6-point lead over Mount A coming into the second quarter. Brett, what's something you'd like to see from Mount A here in the second quarter?
I'd like to see them get back to the passing on the press break. Kings has put a lot of pressure in the front court, and Mount A has done their best to dribble through it, but I've always found the most effective press break is through passing.
Trio of subs into the game for Mount A now. As Soiko comes in, off-balance shot, no good. Rebounded there by Emma Roberts. Roberts gets it over to Haley Hemphill. Hemphill, long two, just off the front of the rim, and that's off of Feasby. Unlucky bounce for the Mounties. I don't think she was expecting the rebound to come off the rim with that much heat.
Good confidence from Hemphill coming into the game, ready to shoot. Maybe didn't have her legs under her or a little bit of jitters, but that should be gone now with a play under her belt.
Quinlan now leaves it for ACAA. We saw a lot of that handoff offense in the first semifinal by Mount St. Vincent. Ford kicks it out to Quinlan. Quinlan for 3. Well off the mark. Soiko now with the rebound in the offensive zone. And because that shot did not hit the rim, it's going to be a shot clock violation. So good defense there by Mount A.
And I always felt that was an error by the bench. As bench players, you can't influence a whole lot of the game from the sideline, but that's something you can communicate with your team. Should never be unaware of the shot clock winding down.
Katie Feasby, third-year player from Calgary, running point for the Mounties. Pick and roll there. Alexander at the top of the key gets it down. That is Amelia Mitchell with a miss and a good rebound by Garrigan. And it's a keg back the other way. Over a minute into the second quarter, still looking for our first points of the quarter.
The 6-foot Mitchell was defended by a 5'5" Soiko in the low block, and Soiko came up with a defensive stop.
Travel called there on Lauren Ford, so still looking for our first points of the quarter. Here's Feasby now. Pick there by Mitchell. Alexander now to Roberts. Roberts down low for Mitchell. Stripped there by Soiko. Again, Soiko coming out twice in a row on the much taller Mitchell. ACAA lost the handle. Ford somehow gets the ball. Rebound still bouncing around. Gosal now at the top of the three-point arc. Garrigan watched there by Feasby. Garrigan, good ball protection there, driving the lane, and we have our first points of the quarter.
Not sure if you could see that. Garrigan and influencing her teammates, saying, let's clear the lane out. I know I can beat this girl on one-on-one, and she does just that.
Amelia Mitchell with a good response for Mount A. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kings up 6. Good defense there by Mitchell to knock that pass down, but once again, Kings getting all the ball luck as Ford pulled that in. ACAA long range 2. And right on cue, Kings ball luck runs out as Ford knocks it out of bounds.
Ford really hustling after the offensive glass. Love to see that.
Pair of subs now for Kings. Soiko and Garrigan come out. Bain, the second team all-star from Kings, back into the game.
They've been very strict with the tucked-in jersey rule at this tournament.
Not unusual. We saw a lot of that in the regular season in this gymnasium as well. Feasby to Mitchell. Mitchell now. Roberts changes direction. Splits past the double team, throws up an off-balance layup, gets her own rebound. As Roberts stumbles, and they're going to say that Lindsay Black forced the stumble with some contact. So Mount A will take the ball.
I think I could see Black talking to the official there, Matt McKinnon, who made the call, saying she just fell. That's the only reason it was a foul. Just made it look like she got hit harder than she did.
Matt Allison will take possession behind the offensive baseline.
Mumford back in for the Mounties. Post entry.
She'll get the inbound right away, working on ACAA. Now gets it down low to Alexander, so lots of size out there again for Mount A.
Yeah.
Danielle Alexander with a big hoop and harm, and the Mounties are fired up now.
Some bully ball. Back to the basket. Clinic.
Alexander uses her size to her advantage there, can pull the Mounties to within 3 with a make on the three-point play. Gets the bounce off the back of the rim, and the Mounties are down 3.
I can't say she looks comfortable from the free throw line, but I think she's hit both.
ACAA now to Hebert. Hebert working on Alexander and returns the favor as Alexander called for the foul.
A little too much of that left arm on the hip. I think the right arm is nice and vertical, good position, but a little bit of push from the lower arm.
Hebert makes good on the first attempt. Much different atmosphere in the second game without the home team fans present, but good split, I'd say 50-50 between Kings fans and Mount A fans.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of burgundy, and we're used to that in this gym, but in the case of Mount A, I think they call it garnet. Is that right?
Garnet and gold, yes, sir. Roberts on the inbound, looking for Feasby, but gets it into Mumford. Roberts right back over to Mumford, uses her dribble up to Roberts. Good press there by Kings, but Mount A breaks through. Roberts down low, Danielle Alexander making a mark on this game.
And I mentioned that they should try and pass through that press, but that time the dribble got through 3 Blue Devil defenders.
ACAA now looking for an answer. Alexander takes it away, so making an impact at both ends of the court. Mumford, that stretch pass by Roberts, Hemphill, just a bit too far for Mumford. Reese Nowlin back into the game, one of 2 second-team All-Stars on this Mount A team. And that inbound pass right at the shins of Jenna Bain.
Far too close of a pass to try a bouncer. And overall, I think you just want a little bit more space there in general.
So good break there for the Mounties as Mumford with a lane to the hoop takes it and makes good. And this game is tied. And Kings will take a timeout as Mount A down by as much as I believe 6, has clawed back and now tied the game.
A good answer there by the Mount A Mounties.
Again, you expect them to work it down low lots to Alexander and Mumford, and that's what they've been doing to get most of their points in this game. And some of that Kings shooting that we saw early on in the first quarter has dried up a bit.
Definitely. Just a contrast between huddles here. All eyes on the Kings coach. Well, a bit of a player-led huddle for the Mounties side, and now the head coach will step in.
Two good basketball teams we're watching here today. Again, both have second-team All-Stars, but worth noting that a lot of leadership on both teams and a lot of players who can do a lot of different things on both rosters. So not like there's really one key player to watch from either team. There's multiple players to keep an eye on both squads.
Yeah, and that can make it so hard to defend a full team of 5 capable scorers and 5 capable defenders. Come playoff time, anyone can step up when someone else has a bad game. That's a dangerous team.
And you mentioned the Mount A huddle on the bench. Jillian Mumford, who just had that game-tying basket a moment ago, doing her part to rally the troops and get the momentum going for the team in white.
She seems to be the mouthpiece, the boombox, the heart and soul of this team.
Bain now. Doubled there, but Garrigan has a little bit of space, decides not to use her dribble. Good movement by Kings. Bain now from the free throw line. Mumford didn't get a hand on it, but maybe disrupted the shot. But Lauren Ford with a good, strong rebound and put back for the Blue Devils.
Mount A went into a 1-3-1 zone, but they didn't box out when they got the missed shot. A zone can be effective until the shot goes up, and then it becomes a lot harder to rebound.
Nowlin falls, and that pass was at the feet of Mumford, so unlucky break there. Nowlin looks like she's under a bit of duress. The jump ball will be awarded to the Mounties.
Yeah, it's a leg with that knee brace on already. You'd have to believe there's an underlying issue there. Perhaps surgically repaired. Wild speculation on my part, though.
Nowlin with the ball. To Mumford at the top of the arc, gets it over. Roberts, I think Gosal got a hand on that. The shot clock was winding down, and now it's Gosal back the other way quickly for Kings. And just picked that back foot up off the ground just enough that the referees are going to call a travel.
I see a couple of, one at least, Mount A women's volleyball players in the gym. Logan Tate over there, setter for the Mount A team. She had a great playoff run. They made it all the way to the finals and fell short to the UKC Blue Devils.
A couple of former Mount A basketball players in the gym as well. ACAA Player of the Year Abby Miller, as well as CCAA All-Canadian Mackenzie Legier here to watch their Mounties. And Mumford going to get called for the travel. So travel call doesn't pay off for the Mounties as they get called for one of their own.
A little bit of confusion there. Bad spacing. 2 players occupying the same position on the wing.
Good defense there by Mumford to disrupt the pass. Didn't get a hand on it, though, so it'll be Mount A ball. Roberts left wide open along that right side. She'll bring the ball up the court uncontested. Now gets it to Furlong. Roberts gets it right back to Furlong for 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded there, and it's off Gosal and out. Nice. Good effort there by Matea Hansen, battling for the rebound.
So nice quick action there early in the shot clock. Handoff, flare screen, wide open 3 at the top. Just unfortunate to miss it.
Roberts now looking to inbound. Looks like they're trying to set something up to Mumford, but she's not open, so they kick it out to Furlong. Another 3-point shot. You got to love the confidence from Furlong, but hasn't been able to make a 3-point shot yet. And Hansen's going to get called for the foul. So as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter, very different second quarter than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, the shots have dried up, much lower scoring, and defense, the pressure's gone up as well, so don't blame it all on the offense missing shots.
Bain gets it to a keg. A keg for Garrigan. Garrigan kicks it back to a keg. 3-point shot off the front of the rim. Bain wins the battle for the rebound, but steps on the end line. Just ran out of space. So it'll be Mount A ball. Furlong to Feasby. Feasby, screen set there by Mumford. Gives Feasby a little bit of space. Now Mumford gets the ball to Hansen. Hansen with space. Great pass in for Emma Roberts, who makes good.
Let me geek out over the screen just set by Mumford. She rolls and seals perfectly wide open, allowing that passing lane to open up. Easy two.
Now a keg, another three-point attempt. That's good, and the Kings Blue Devils have a three-point lead. Roberts now. After that quick pass from Feasby, Roberts looks for Hansen in the corner. Good defense there by a keg, but a bounce pass to Mumford, swings it over to Feasby. Feasby changes direction. Now Roberts puts up a three off the back part of the rim, and Garrigan wins the battle for the rebound. So it's Gosal now for Kings. Three-point lead here. Gosal kicks it out to Garrigan. Garrigan with Hansen calling for help, takes advantage of a layup, and Kings leads by 5.
Garrigan's done well, dribble driving, able to finish when she gets in there. Not the tallest player, but good body control, staying composed.
Mumford behind the three-point line, gets it to Furlong. Furlong gets the bounce, and Mount A pulls to within 2 on a three-point shot by Lauren Furlong.
Mercifully, the seal is broken. A keg with a head of steam. What a finish, wow.
Good speed there by a keg, getting through the Mount A defense in a hurry. Mumford now looking to reply again for the Mounties. Stops her dribble, calls for help, gets it over to Feasby. Feasby maybe thought about a three-point attempt, gets it over to Hansen. Roberts, Furlong. 2 in a row for Lauren Furlong. And the lead is 1 for the Devils. Hebert now looking for a passing option. Kicks it back to Gosal. I keep wanting to call her Gasol.
Yeah.
But it's Gosal with it now. Nice bounce pass around a couple of Mountie defenders, and it's Ebert with the finish.
Yeah, good help defense on the initial drive. No one helped the helper. You got to rotate down, take that post pass away.
Katie Feasby now with it for the Mounties. Leaves it for Furlong. Right back to Feasby. Furlong. 3 in a row for Lauren Furlong. Doesn't go, but Bain picks up the rebound, and she will calmly bring the ball up the court for Kings. Bain, fifth-year player, so veteran experience here. Garrigan looked like she took too many steps, but Kings controls the rebound. Bain again off the glass. Ball still bouncing around. A couple players battling for it. And it's going to be Kings' ball off the jump ball. As Amelia Mitchell back into the game for Mumford. Mumford maybe gassed after all that action at both ends of the court.
Yeah, she sets a lot of screens, rolls pretty hard, and then gets involved in the perimeter passing as well.
Yeah. Physical player. Erica Keg, three-point shot at the buzzer. Beats the shot clock, but can't make the basket. Now Mounties back the other way, down 3. Inside 2 minutes left before halftime. Furlong. Into the corner for Hansen. Bounce pass for Mitchell, too slow, and good read there by Hebert to take it away. Now loses the dribble, manages to get it over to Bain. And Bain with Feasby in a spin cycle. And Alex Soiko took too many steps before the dribble. And it'll be Mount A ball with 1:24 left here before halftime.
Soiko's got to be careful there. Throwing the ball away after you're called for a violation is a one-way ticket to a technical foul.
And maybe lucky none of the refs managed to see it, but either way, the Mounties bringing it back up court again, looking to pull within striking distance here. They're only down 3. Lauren Furlong, good take there, but pass goes awry, looking for Amelia Mitchell. Mitchell thought maybe a Blue Devil got a hand on it, but the refs say no, and it'll be Kings ball. 1:10 left now.
Furlong driving with the intention to pass there. You got to be a scorer first. Until someone stops you, you're going to the hoop.
Yeah, it looked like Furlong had a clean lane to the hoop, but opted for the pass instead. Maybe 3 possessions left here in the opening half. Kings up 3. Soiko gives it to Bain. Bain to Garrigan. Garrigan almost looked like she picked that back foot up again, but gets it to Hebert. Hebert, long range 2 from the top of the key, off the back of the rim. Nowlin collects the rebound. trying to get past a keg. Bain double-teamed her, and now Mount A has numbers back the other way if they want it. Matea Hansen from the corner. Three-point shot, no good. Good rebound there by Jenna Bain. Not the biggest player on the court, but out-muscling a much taller Amelia Mitchell there.
Yeah, rebounding's a lot of positioning, but it's also just a lot of attitude. And Bain goes in with the intention to get them.
A keg off-balance shot doesn't go, and now Mount A. Nowlin's got to watch her back. As good pickpocket there by a keg. And no shot clock now for Alex Soiko. Almost traveled again. Gets to Ebert, stripped by Feasby. And the refs are going to call that a foul on Katie Feasby. 14 seconds left in the half. Kings ball. We've seen Kings be content to use a lot of the shot clock in the game, so expect them to only take one shot here with 14 seconds left before halftime.
Probably a defensive sub here for the last possession.
It's Caitlin Simard into the game for the Mounties. She's watching Jenna Bain. Over to Alex Soiko. Three-point shot goes up from Soiko. Wonder if Furlong disrupted it enough. Now Mount A with 5 seconds to work with. Here's Furlong. Makes good on that to pull the Mounties to within one. And that might be a big run by Lauren Furlong in the second quarter. A couple threes and a last-minute layup to put the game as a one-point game going into halftime. Kings leading Mount A. Entertaining back and forth first half, Brett.
Absolutely, and Furlong came up huge in that second quarter. We mentioned it, there's no star, so anyone can step up, and in that second frame, it was Furlong.
We'll take a break for a few minutes here on the broadcast, but stay tuned for second half action coming your way in about 15 minutes' time. Kings leading Mount Allison 35-34.
Little Caesar slices and sticks with half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks is back, so you'll never fight over dinner again. Get hot and ready slices and sticks for just $7.99, or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks for just $1 more. Walk in, walk out.
Growth requires flexibility. The boldness to try something new. The wisdom to take care of what you already have. To get to know yourself. To step out and connect. To build something.
I'm a Canadian dairy farmer.
I'm also a biodiversity helper.
And a soil guardian.
It's regenerative agriculture.
And it's one of the ways I protect the land for tomorrow.
Yep, I do that.
Working towards a sustainable future. That's Dairy Farming Forward.
We're in!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just queuing up for the second half of action here in semifinal number 2, ACAA Women's Basketball Championships, hosted here at Holland College in downtown Charlottetown, PEI. Kings holding on to a 35-34 lead as we enter the second half of play. Ray Perkin and Brett Butler on the call for you here this afternoon. And Brett, what are some stats that stand out to you from that first half?
Pretty evenly played match, game across both sides, but one thing that really jumps out, total rebounds. Mount Allison has 13, UKC doubling them up with 26.
And we talked at the top of the broadcast about how Mount A had a definite height and size advantage, but Kings out-muscling Mount A to a bunch of those rebounds, leading to that discrepancy in the numbers. But interesting to note, during the halftime when both teams came out after doing what they need to do in the locker room, Kings content to have a very informal, casual shoot-around. Mount A with a very organized, almost like a second warm-up. So we'll see if Mount A may be coming in with a little more focus here in the second half.
Sometimes athletes can be creatures of habit, so if you're trying to reset like a start of a new game, simulate that warm-up at the start of the game.
And we're basically at a new game here with a 1-point differential. Great pass into Mumford, who kicks it out for Furlong. And Lauren Furlong has heated up. Couple threes in the second quarter, starts the third quarter with a bang, and Mount A has their first lead of the game.
Big 6-foot Mumford stuck a paw out and palmed that thing, one-handed catch and release to the open shooter. Beautiful play.
Kings now looking for an answer. That's Lindsay Black in, and she's going to draw a foul. So she will get a chance to tie the game up with 2 free throws here.
That'll be on Mumford. Good body position. Just got a little bit too horizontal with the arm on the contest. That's an easy one to call as a referee. You see those arms lower instead of being vertical.
Black makes good on the first attempt and can tie the game up once again. Kings led for much of that first half. Mount A currently has their first lead of the game, but Black can make that disappear with a make here. And she will do just that, hit every part of the rim on its way in. Now Feasby inbounds to Nowlin. Reese Nowlin, quiet first half for her. Looking to make an impact here, stripped by, I don't know if that was Garrigan or Gosal that got a hand in there, but good fight by Nowlin to force the jump ball after turning it over.
Love to see that effort. First one on the ground, wins the battle. Ultimately, it's a jump ball, but winning first to the ball is also a little moral victory as well. Who's going to hustle harder in those 50-50s?
It will be Kings ball here, still in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tie game now. Jenna Bain, second-team All-Star, also had a quiet first half.
Yeah, just 2 points for Bain in the first half.
But looking to expand on that now. Great pass in for Hebert, who makes good on the layup. And Kings retakes the lead.
Kings has been really good at driving to the hoop, recognizing the help, and finding the open player on the low block.
Mumford was looking for the pick and roll, but Danielle Alexander had a lane and scores.
Powerful.
Ties the game up again. Seeing a lot more in-close offensive play from Mount Allison here in the early stages of the third quarter. Garrigan now looking for Bain, gets it to her. Watched there by Feasby. Feasby not giving an inch, and Danielle Alexander, like a free safety, steps in front of that pass. Now swings it over to Feasby. Alexander now changes direction on Bain. Kicks it out to Nowlin. Nowlin fakes the shot, steps up. Mid-range 2, gets the bounce off the rim in the backboard. And Mount A has the lead once again. Black now looking for someone. Gets it over to Gosal. Bain running the baseline now. Black now loses control, putting it through her own legs.
She's got no dribble left.
Gosal gets around Furlong. Can't get the shot to go, though, and a good battle by Hebert and Nowlin on the rebound. I believe this jump ball is going to go Mount A's way.
That was a great job by Nowlin, riding the hip of the offensive player, not allowing her to curl in towards the rim. Stayed north and south along the edge of that key, and a really tough angle to get the layup up.
We've seen Kings applying a full court press for most of the game. The amount of pressure they've actually applied using it has varied, but Still not giving Mount A easy access to the offensive court. Furlong for Mumford. Mumford jump shot. Little long, and Bain has the rebound. Mumford, another all-star in this game, who had a relatively quiet first half on the score sheet. Bain now brings it ahead for Kings. Top of the key, swings it over to Black. Black, pick and roll there with Ford. Ford back to Black. Black with Mumford calling for help. Splits a couple of Mount A defenders. Can't get the shot to go. And it's Furlong back the other way. Lauren Furlong, Mount A's leading scorer in this game. Gets it to Mumford.
Oh, they got to get it down low. That's a mismatch.
And the bounce pass went awry. That was Feasby trying to find Alexander. Gosal now. Takes some contact there from Alexander. Gets the shot to go. Looking for an extra shot with a foul, but doesn't get it. But Kings will be happy to take the 2 points and tie the game.
Alexander, somewhat animated, saying, "Give me the ball."
Feasby takes some contact of her own and gets the shot to go to give Mount A the lead once again. So Mount A with the lead for the balance of this third quarter so far, but Kings has had an answer every time. This time it's Ford, swinging it out to Black, steps on the sideline.
There's that negative first step. You don't want to move backwards before you're moving forwards.
Mentioned this is semifinal number 2, the second of 2 women's semifinals. The winner gets to play Mount St. Vincent in the championship game tomorrow. We have our men's semifinals coming up right after this one. Jump shot from Furlong doesn't go, and the rebound once again, Jenna Bain. Not making a mark on the scoreboard, but has gotten to a few rebounds here this afternoon.
Yeah, that's a veteran presence, not impacting the scoreboard in terms of points, but really impacting this game.
Garrigan, long range 2, no good, and Alexander swoops in for the rebound there.
Really like how aggressively Alexander goes after those boards. Top of her reach, she's snatching it out of the air.
Nowlin, bounce pass over to Mumford, down low for Alexander. Battles Black and gets a jumper to go. Mount A leads by 4.
Yep. Right now you got to feed the beast. Alexander's feeling it, playing some good defense. Reward her with some opportunities down low on offense.
Lots of Mount A fans in attendance here, making noise with the Mounties on D. Garrigan with the left-hand layup. Good take there by Garrigan after finding a lane.
That's been a familiar sight. She had 11 in the first half.
Kings now trails by 2, but it's Nowlin for the Mounties. Alexander from the corner of the key off the back of the rim. 3 Kings players were in position for the rebound, but it's Furlong with the turnover.
Good patience by Mumford.
And now Nowlin settling things down. Gets it over to Mumford. Down low for Alexander again. Off the backboard, and Garrigan has the rebound. No one was in position for the Mounties to get that rebound. And Kings will answer. Lindsay Black. Over to Bain. Watched by Mumford. Garrigan's running the baseline, wanted it. Bain takes the shot, and that works out for Kings. Tying the game up. 4.5 to go here in the third quarter.
Miscommunication there on the transfer of defensive responsibilities. Mumford called for a switch. No one on the other side of it was ready to switch.
Alexander now looking for Furlong. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Furlong finds Alexander somehow and gets the foul. I don't know how that pass found its way through 3 Devils defenders to Danielle Alexander.
Through the forest and the trees, somehow that pass got through.
Alexander will go to the line to shoot 2. 4:05 left here in the third quarter. Back in fourth quarter. Again, every time Mount A scores, Kings seems to have a response. Alexander can't make good on the first attempt, but she will get a second. Alexander, no mistake on that one.
Well-deserved break for Alexander. You could tell her chin was starting to duck down into the chest. The air escaping her right now. Little chance to catch her breath and get right back out there.
Amelia Mitchell into the game for her. Stoiko watched by Mumford. Bit of a size mismatch there in favor of Mount A, but Mumford switches off. Garrigan looking for another lane. Big block there by Jillian Mumford.
Yep, the length, the footwork. Just staying honest, knowing that the Blue Devils player wants to get to the hoop, sort of opened up the door, knowing she can reach over top and block it for that layup attempt.
Mumford was third in the conference in blocks per game in the regular season. She's got at least 2 here today. Off-balance shot by Bain goes up. Mumford strong on the rebound. And Feasby now. Kind of some scrambly play here by Mount A, but Mumford comes away with it. Mount A has numbers.
Nice pass.
Swings it over Lauren Furlong for 3, no good. Feasby collects the rebound. Roberts right back to Feasby. I think it was Mumford got a hand on that rebound. Now it's Mitchell down low, but she's going to get called for a key violation.
Mount A's coach arguing that was a very quick 3 count in the key there. I didn't have my eye on it. I'm not quite sure. Ford
back the other way for Kings. Spinning in the key off the underside of the rim. Bain for 3. Quick release is no good, and Mitchell takes the rebound. Looked like there was a miscommunication between her and Furlong there.
Furlong with a really good box out on a Keg, who's a strong rebounder in her own right, but she's got to get after that ball.
Lauren Furlong looked like that was going to go in, hit every part of the rim, but didn't get the bounce. And now it's Soiko back the other way, and she puts Kings ahead.
Nice control there from Soiko. Going with the power layup. Plant 2 feet, go up strong.
Feasby now out to Roberts. Roberts spins around a Keg. Underhand shot, maybe ill-advised, but Mumford there on the rebound. She takes an underhand shot, maybe looking for a foul. Doesn't get that to go.
Mumford's exhausted.
I think she's been out there for the whole quarter. Now I think Alexander's going to come in for her by the looks of things. Bain now watched by Feasby. Good team defense by Mount A here. Soiko kicks it out to Garrigan. Baseline 2 is good, and Kings pulls ahead by 3.
Garrigan has been super efficient. Shooting 50% from the field in the first half. I don't think she's missed yet in the second.
Furlong, good crossover there on Soiko. Pass down low for Mitchell was over her head, but she gets it back. Gets around Bain, can't get the shot to go, and the rebound is stripped away from her by Jenna Bain. In on Mumford now. Bain pulls up. That shot's no good. Soiko on the rebound. Can't get the rebound to go, and Ford kicks things out to the perimeter now. A Keg watched by Roberts. Long range 2, and Erica Keg gets that to go. And Mount A, I believe, is going to take a timeout. Down 5 now with 1:38 to go in the third quarter.
For all the young basketballers out there watching from home, that play by Jenna Bain is exactly why you tell post players to keep the ball on your chin. Don't bring it down to your hips and let those small guards pick and chew away at the ball. Easy steal for Bain, and on the other end, 2 points for the Blue Devils.
Bit of scrambly play at both ends there. The ball was bouncing around the Mount A end before Bain took control. And then a couple of rebound opportunities for Kings, leading to that most recent basket. Both coaches have gone to their bench often here in this game, so no shortage of depth on either team. Again, speaks to the level of Mount A coach Tom Scabar's coaching, is taking a team that had 2 second-team All-Stars, finished second in the ACAA, Coach of the Year in the ACAA. Deep lineup, and we were talking about it at halftime, Brett, and you mentioned it right before the break. No superstars on either team, but certainly no shortage of talent.
Yep. It's an any day, anyone can beat you sort of team for both sides. Today, the offense has come from Furlong primarily, but at any moment that can change. Whoever's going to take the shots, they have the belief they can make those shots. Garrigan's been strong for the Blue Devils. See if that continues.
Danielle Alexander back on the court for the Mounties. I believe she's leading the team in scoring at this point. Her and Furlong keep trading that position back and forth. But it's Nowlin to Feasby.
Nice
back to
flare
Nowlin.
screen.
Nowlin into the key. Underhand shot. We've seen a few of those from Mount A here in the third quarter. And Kings back the other way. Soiko pass just out of her reach, and she steps on the end line. So it's a turnover by Kings, and Mount A will take possession now.
Seeing a few Kings fans gesturing to just slow things down, take a breath.
Again, about a 50-50 split in terms of supporters here at the neutral Holland College site. Emma Garrigan steps in front of that pass. She goes in, and Reese Nowlin flies in with a foul.
Good safe foul. I'm a big fan of that. No easy layups. Make them hit 2 free throws. But don't want to be dirty, and that was a well-executed, hard basketball play, but a foul.
Yeah. I was wondering if they were going to call an intentional foul maybe on Nowlin, but still only her first foul of the game. Garrigan wide right on the first attempt. 5-point lead with 1:03 left here in the third quarter.
I think what Nowlin did well to avoid the intentional was to go for the arms instead of a push in the back as she was trailing the play. Made a play on the ball.
Garrigan goes 0 for 2, so maybe 2 big misses there as we hit the minute mark of the third quarter.
And that's why you foul in those situations.
Samard to Alexander. Alexander using her body to get down low, out-muscling Black for the basket. Mount A's within 3. Lindsay Black now for Kings. Watched there by Emma Roberts. Black screen set by Gosal. They're looking for the pick and roll, but she swings it over to Garrigan. Garrigan, long range 2 off the front of the rim, and Nowlin has the rebound, and the veteran will settle things down for Mount A. 7-point difference thereabouts between shot clock and game clock, so Mount A can be selective here with their shots. Alexander once again down low, and Danielle Alexander maybe taking over this game for Mount Allison.
Really good execution on that play. We saw the flare screen to the three-point shot. That time they take away the three-pointer. Hard roll by Alexander. Mismatch down low in the post.
And great defense by Alexander to see the screen, and Mount A is not going to allow a shot. What a stop by the Mounties defensively in the last 12 seconds of the third quarter to keep this at a 1-point game. Danielle Alexander doing it at both ends of the court with a great couple of offensive series and a great defensive possession there for the Mounties. We'll take a quick break and come back for the fourth quarter of this 1-point semifinal game between Kings and Mount Allison.
Little Caesar slices and sticks with half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks is back, so you'll never fight over dinner again. Get hot and ready slices and sticks for just $7.99, or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks for just $1 more. Walk in, walk out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set for fourth quarter action here in ACAA women's basketball semifinal action. Kings leading Mount A by 1 as we enter the fourth. And Brett, we were talking at the break there, watching the two different benches. Give us your thoughts on the two different approaches we saw.
Yeah, so Kings all huddled around their head coach. Head coach was in there the whole time with the whiteboard, maybe giving a few different plays, a few offensive sets that they can get into. Mount A with a player-led huddle. We were talking and thinking, as armchair psychologists, thinking maybe the leadership on Mount A is a little more player-led, whereas Kings, potentially a bit younger, relying on the coaching staff.
And you've mentioned Jillian Mumford seems to be a vocal leader for the Mounties. She was front and center in that player-led huddle on the Mount A bench. Kings has the first possession of the fourth. Lindsay Black for 3. Well short of the mark, and Mount A will take over. Down 1, 15 seconds into the fourth.
Who opened that door? You've got gusts in here, blowing that off course.
Mount A men starting to make their way into the gym. They'll play in the first men's semifinal about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one against top-ranked St. Thomas, but their women still have business to attend to here against Kings. Down 1 in the fourth. Feasby changing direction around Stoiko. Layup! Off-balance layup by Katie Feasby goes, puts Mounties back ahead. Black now. Missed the three a moment ago, looking to atone for that. Dish it off for Stoiko. Watched there by Caitlin Samard. Now finds some space. Long range two by Stoiko puts Kings back ahead, so teams going blow for blow here early in the fourth.
Unorthodox shooting form there, right from the shoulder almost.
Feasby from the corner. Little long, and Garrigan has the rebound. She's probably been Kings' best player so far today. I think we can agree, Brett. Now bounce pass there to Stoiko. Leaves it for Ford. Ford over to Black. Black thought about a three, but with Alexander in her face, decided against it. Now Stoiko down low. I think she was looking for Ford, but it found its way to Garrigan. Spins and shoots and extends that Kings lead.
Holds the follow through after with the tongue out. Starting to feel it. It's fourth quarter time.
And Alexander, wide open lane to the hoop. Easy take for her. Pulls the Mounties back to within one.
Yeah, long strides, no dribble from outside the key into that layup.
That's going to be Nowlin's second foul of the game. A couple of subs coming in for Kings. A couple of starters coming back in Bain and Hebert. Garrigan looking for Bain. Jenna Bain now watched by Alexander. She's quick to step up with those screens coming in front of her. Feasby battling for the ball, forces the jump ball, and possession will go to the Mounties on a great defensive play by Feasby.
You mentioned the quick adjustment on that screen. Alexander blitzes and they switch, but that doesn't work unless Feasby's able to make the play on the back end, defend the post player.
Caitlin Samard now for the Mounties. For Roberts, back to Samard, gets around Stoiko, floating shot. And we're going to get an offensive foul. Late call there. Samard can't believe it. Neither can the Mount A bench.
If I'm putting myself in the shoes of the Mount A coach, my complaint would be that is probably the baseline official's call, and the trailing official comes in with the late whistle.
I think the Kings bench also in a bit of disbelief at that call, but they'll take it. Stoiko now into the middle. Leaves it for Bain. Bain to Black. Watched by Samard. The two number 10s matched up against each other. That shot no good, and we're going to get another foul on Samard. And once again, the Mount A fans here at the McMillan Center not happy with that call.
Tensions are high. We are right at the boiling point. Things could pop off here if a few more controversial items come across the table here.
And it's been a physical game, but we've seen a lot of physicality go uncalled throughout the balance of this game. Interesting time for the officials to start calling everything now. 1 point Kings game. Black to the line for two. Rims out on the first attempt.
At the same time, you do want to make sure you're calling fouls to make sure it doesn't get out of control, too physical. So there's that fine line to walk. And I am definitely not qualified to be critiquing officials.
Black makes good on the second, so it's a 2 point Kings lead. Feasby to Furlong. Lauren Furlong now. And loses control of that. And they're going to say it was off of Kings and out of bounds. Furlong, a fourth-year player. Gets it into Feasby. Furlong with a bit of space, leaves it for Feasby. Feasby with the lane. Kicks it out for Nowlin into the corner. Nowlin harassed there by Garrigan. And Garrigan a little too physical that time.
I think Feasby had a lane to the hoop there. Kicked it out when no help was really in her face. An instance again of a player driving with the intention to pass.
We mentioned both teams, good team basketball teams, unselfish all around. Maybe too unselfish at times, as we've seen that from both teams a couple of times in this game. Long pass to Nowlin. 3-point shot goes up, no good. Mumford was battling for the rebound, but couldn't get position on a couple of Kings players. And Kings is back the other way. This is Jenna Bain, second team All-Star. Leaves it for Stoiko. Watched by Reese Nowlin. Garrigan now for Lindsay Black. Lindsay Black, watched by Furlong, gets it over to Soiko. Soiko from the free throw line, steps around, shot's no good, follows her own rebound. Looks like she went down hard. I'm wondering if that's just a foul on Nowlin for being the bigger, stronger player of the two, but
kind of a scary ending to that play as Soiko comes down into the legs of Feasby. All players look to be okay.
I was wondering if Soiko might have been close to hitting her head on the floor as well, but good to see she's up and back in the action. And Black, nice pass there, almost a no-look pass to Hebert. Great possession there by Kings, extending their lead to 4 once again. Furlong back quickly the other way. Now she'll settle things down. Leaves it for Roberts. Roberts down low for Mumford. Mumford gets around, and too many steps for Jillian Mumford as Lindsay Black slow to get up for Kings.
I took my eyes off the ball there. I'm not sure what happened as I saw Black go down.
Mumford was trying to navigate her way through a series of Kings defenders, and just too much contact led to too many steps. I think it's a good call on the, or good no call on the foul, though. It looked like everyone's feet were more or less planted. Garrigan now for Kings.
Oh, just go by. Garrigan, too fast.
Soiko thought about a three, now takes it. That one just short. And Mumford out-muscles Hebert and draws the foul on the rebound.
Bain, I think, caught a shoulder of another player. She's one of the shortest players on the roster for both teams, and she is battling down low for rebounds, has come up with her fair share.
Might have been Mumford that got a piece of her battling for that rebound. 4-point game as we approach 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mumford looking for a passing option, now has Furlong. Furlong snags that, looking for a little space. Now kicks over to Nowlin. Reese Nowlin, three-point shot wide of the mark. And once again, as you said, Brett, Jenna Bain on the rebound for Kings.
Yeah, Kings do a good job of blocking out the post players, and then the guards come down, clean up the mess.
That three-point shot by ACAA well off the mark, but Soiko there for the rebound. Garrigan. Got to think if Kings hangs on to this one, it's going to be rebounding, a key part of this win. ACAA now swims around Furlong, follows it up, her own rebound with the putback.
Yep.
6-point game now.
A team is going to score if you give them two or three attempts, every time down the floor.
Mumford now for Roberts. Roberts now gets her way through, underhand layup, and again, we've seen a lot of that from Mount A here in the second half. And Jillian Mumford is going to get called for a foul battling on the rebound.
Yeah, lots of hustle, but a little bit undisciplined there. Got to recognize when you're beat. You're sealed out by two players, can't take a foul.
Danielle Alexander back into the game for Mount A. She's had a strong second half to go with the strong first half for the Mounties. Not good news for the Mounties. Bonus in effect for Kings.
Yeah, early on in this fourth quarter.
Not even at the halfway mark of the quarter. As Alex Soiko makes it a 7-point Kings lead. Maybe trying to pull away now for the first time.
Fully beside her face on that shot release, right over the right shoulder. Most players will shoot more centrally up through the center of their body.
8-point Kings lead. Matches their biggest lead of the game. Nowlin. Alexander. Feasby for three. Quick release is just short.
Another
good box
great
out there
box
by
out.
Hebert. ACAA now with speed around Alexander. And another late call on the foul.
I'd have to agree, though. She didn't have position. Alexander tried to keep moving, and as contact occurs, illegal guarding position.
Definitely looked like her feet were not planted either. Her third foul of the game with 4:58 left here in the fourth quarter. So not good news for Mount A in foul trouble, with players in foul trouble. Bonus in effect, down 8, and struggling to find their footing offensively here in the fourth quarter.
Looking down at the Kings bench, Jenna Bain with a piece of tissue. I think she might have some bleeding from the nose, maybe in the lip, bit of tooth, something. But that's not going to keep her out. As soon as that bleeding stops, I'm expecting her back in this game.
An impact player for Kings. Their only all-star to make the either the first or second team All-Star squad, announced last night at the awards banquet.
Pretty unique venue for the banquet as well, at the racetrack here in Charlottetown. I don't think I've ever seen Holland host a banquet there before.
Hometown girl Alexa Rancourt of the Hurricanes was named Player of the Year, as well as a first team All-Star. 3 players from Mount St. Vincent, who we will see in tomorrow's championship game, named to that first team All-Star team. And Kings, just under 5 minutes away from punching their own ticket to Sunday. Up 8.
Unlike the men's side where Mount A gets an automatic berth into Nationals because they host, you got to earn your way to Nationals on the women's side of the bracket.
And we will see the aforementioned Mount A men's Mounties coming your way about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, as ACAA makes good on the first free throw. Mount A will tip off against top-ranked St. Thomas. ACAA can't get the second one. Mumford takes the rebound. Holland College and Mount St. Vincent will play in the second men's semifinal later on tonight. Furlong takes a lot of contact there from ACAA.
A little too aggressive on the defense there. ACAA ran out of space and too much body contact.
Speaking of body contact, a big collision there as Soiko goes down. Alexander kicks it out to Mumford. I think the Mounties are looking for some perimeter shooting here, as it looked like Mumford might have had a shot to a lane to the hoop, but opted for a pass. Kings with a good defensive stand there. Now Gosal changes direction, leaves it for Garrigan. That's a player you want the ball in the hands of if you're Kings. A keg for Gosal, aggressively to the hoop, puts it home to give Kings a double-digit lead. 11 points the deficit now for the Mounties. Furlong over to Alexander, down low for Mumford. A lot of contact from Soiko, but Mumford makes good and pulls the Mounties back to single digits.
And with the 2 6-footers on for Mount A, they really have to space the floor. The last time down on offense, they had 2 bigs congesting the lane, pull one out, go high-low. That worked well.
Ebert now up to Gosal. Thought about a 3, crosses over Mumford, but Mumford stays right with her. And Mumford, that's at least her 3rd block of the game. And it's Nowlin back the other way for the Mounties. In on Garrigan, underhand shot. Maybe ill-advised there from Nowlin, and we're going to get a foul called on. Waiting to see who the foul is going to be on. Garrigan didn't look happy, so wondering if it's going to be against her.
The arms got tangled up, looked like a WWE arm drag.
That foul is going to be on Reese Nowlin, who I think took the worst of that collision. As Bain comes back into the game now. It's a 9-point Kings lead, 3.5 minutes left, so got to start doing the clock watching now if you're a Mounties fan.
Nowlin made a good move to get in the lane, but tried to go back to the right hand to finish, and there was just no space. You got to be able to go up with the left in that situation.
Garrigan good on her first try. It's a 10-point Kings lead now. She can make it 11 with her second attempt here.
Reshoot, yep.
Yeah, and she will get a chance to reshoot that as Furlong jumped the gun.
Down the stretch, these little errors are going to add up. Coming back from 10 and shooting yourself in the foot makes it that much harder.
Reminder, the bonus is in effect now for the Mounties, so every foul against Mount Allison will result in 2 shots for Kings. And Garrigan makes the Mounties pay for that mistake. And it's Feasby. Crossing half court, gets it to Mumford. Mumford uses her dribble, now gets it over to Furlong. Lauren Furlong has some big 3-pointers in this game, now gets it over to Alexander. Feasby now, another big collision there, as the physicality only seems to be increasing as the game goes on. Lauren Furlong with a quick release 3 for the Mounties. Pulls them to within 8. Clutch shot there as Jenna Bain wanting to settle things down now for the Blue Devils.
Oh, carry.
Garrigan and the Mount A fans want to carry as well. The refs don't call it. Soiko to Garrigan. Long range three, fake, steps in. Maybe the first time this game we've seen that not work for Garrigan. And it's Nowlin for the Mounties, again settling things down. But you expect the Mounties are going to want to push the pace here a little bit, down 8. 2.5 minutes left. Nowlin into the corner. Feasby. Three is no good. Nowlin battles for the rebound, and Feasby puts up a shot. Circus shot doesn't go. I think she was looking for a foul as well. And once again, Bain settling things down.
Nice veteran play there from Bain. True point guard, controlling the pace.
Furlong in the face of any Kings player with the ball right now. Right now it's Garrigan. Good switch there with Alexander. As Bain with the shot clock winding down. And good presence of mind there by Reese Nowlin at the last second, throwing it off of the keg and out of bounds. 2:04 left. 8-point game. Mount Allison takes timeout.
That's a tough assignment for Mumford to defend Bain on the perimeter. She does a decent job staying with her. Bain got past her, but the help side came just in time, creating a really tough shooting environment down low.
We've seen that from both of Mount A's 6-foot players, Mumford and Danielle Alexander. Normally, when you get a tall player like that, they're not necessarily as quick on their feet and can't defend the perimeter super well, but both Mumford and Alexander throughout this game have been quick to jump up and help out on the perimeter.
Looks like Mumford's going to come out of the game, perhaps looking for a bit more offensive versatility, as Mumford's primarily a screen setter, and she's great when she rolls to the hoop, but catching on the perimeter, she's just looking to pass.
Could be just an opportunity for a quick break for Mumford as well. I think she's been on the court the whole fourth quarter, and certainly a player of importance for the Mounties, who they will want on the court down the stretch here, so maybe just an opportunity to give her a quick breather.
You mentioned earlier in this game, Mount A wins most of their games in low-scoring efforts. This is right on the edge. You know, a few more points could be insurmountable. You'd like to keep Kings below 70 if possible, but that's a tough task with 2 minutes remaining.
2:04 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Kings leads by 8. Inbound pass to Nowlin. Now she gets it to Feasby. Feasby finds a little bit of space. Gets it to Furlong. Leaves it for Feasby.
No.
Miscommunication there, but lucky break for the Mounties as Black just knocks it out of bounds.
These are the situations where the saying, pressure makes diamonds, but it also bursts pipes. Some people are going to crumble. Some people are going to step up. Who really wants the ball in these pressure situations?
Feasby, I think, looking for a foul call. Maybe frustrated, spikes the ball off of Lindsay Black's foot and out of bounds.
Feasby did throw a forearm there. Black sold it, but there was definitely a swing from Feasby.
I think certainly contact going both ways on that one.
We're going to figure out the shot clock here. I believe that's the
I think it's
discussion.
going to stay at 15. 1:54 on the game clock. Furlong into Feasby. Feasby right back to Furlong. Feasby now. Down low for Alexander. Alexander goes up, contested shot, but she gets it to go, and the Mounties are within 6.
Huge bucket from Alexander.
She's been a presence in this game, and there's going to be a foul called there on Caitlin Simard.
I'd have to agree. There's lots of contact in the arms there.
No one on Mount A arguing that call too aggressively.
I think Alexander was mostly just upset if it was going to be on herself. And there you go. That's not a bad result after that. Missed free throw, time stops. Just need to get this rebound.
It's a 6-point game with 1:42 on the clock. Mount A fans making lots of noise, but Lindsay Black fights it off and deposits the free throw. Furlong up ahead quickly to Feasby. You got to think Mount A is going to be looking for some of that quick transition offense here in the late stages. Nowlin, another underhand layup attempt, doesn't work.
Hasn't worked all day.
And it's a 7-point Kings lead. Kings with possession. Under a minute and a half to play. Garrigan leaves it for Black. Kings is going to be content to let the shot clock go all the way down here. Off-balance shot is no good. Nobody for Kings was around the rebound, and it's Simard the other way. Great effort by Garrigan coming back defensively, And the jump ball will go to Kings. So a huge effort play there by Emma Garrigan. Likely on her way to being named Kings Player of the Game.
Yeah, good call there. And that's the type of play that'll win you championships. Transition, one-on-one, hustle your heart out, make it a 2-on-1 for your defense.
Mount A will use their last timeout. Maybe not their last. They're showing one on the board. But either way, Mount A using a timeout here. Just over a minute on the game clock. Down 7. So the game's not out of reach, but aside from a couple of long Lauren Furlong three-pointers in the third quarter, we haven't seen Mount A find their range. We'll see if that plays a role down the stretch here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot. Some fortunate bounces most likely, but like you said, anything can happen here. Late stages of the fourth quarter, shots can fall, crazy bounces off the rim and off hands. Let's see.
Doesn't seem to be any sense of panic on either sideline. Mentioned Scabar's in his first year as Mount A's head coach, but has been around for many years as an assistant, so certainly brings some experience at the ACAA and a couple of CCAA Nationals appearances as well.
In between games, I was hearing murmurings that the Kings head coach is not their head coach they started with at the start of the season. Something happened where an assistant stepped up, and they've done a great job on their way to a ACAA final appearance.
That's how it would seem now with 1:05 left, as Garrigan and Soiko content to play keep away. Little smirk there from Garrigan as she dribbles up. Draws the foul. I believe that's going to be on Matea Hansen.
And there's that coolness under pressure. Two veteran guards, calmly knowing the situation. They want to bleed the clock.
My apologies, that was Jenna Bain, not Soiko, playing keep away with Garrigan. But again, the foul. Kings struggling at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter.
It's a good way to let a team stick around. Miss free throws down the stretch.
And Garrigan gets the bounce there. Wasn't sure if that one was going to drop or not. 1:01 on the clock. Mount A down 8. Crunch time now for the Mounties.
Need to get a shot up early within the next 5 seconds. There's a wide open one.
And Mumford with it now down low for Alexander. Again, they're content to work it down low. That's what's been working all game, but you got to wonder if a change in strategy with 48 seconds left is imminent.
An and one would have been huge there for Alexander. Got to make both of these.
And Alexander too long on the first attempt.
I mentioned it earlier in the game, just does not look comfortable shooting from there.
Well, she's definitely had her hit her stride right underneath the basket all game long. No mistake on the second one, though. And now Kings will take a timeout. Up 7, 48 seconds left, so not out of the question for Mount A to come back, but certainly not looking good for the Garnet and Gold at this point.
And just reading the lips of Alexander coming away from that free throw attempt. Pretty upset with herself, shaking her head, looking a bit dejected, but there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. Still a lot of work to do.
And again, still no panic or sense of disorientation from either sideline. Mount A bench still very calm and collected. A little bit of excitement maybe starting to show on the Kings bench. 7-point game, 48 seconds left. Reminder to stick around about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, the first of two men's basketball semifinals between Mount Allison and St. Thomas. About 20 minutes after the end of this one. And tonight's scheduled tip-off, 7 o'clock. Mount St. Vincent and Holland College in the second men's semifinal. That championship game scheduled for a 3:30 p.m. start tomorrow. Winner of this game will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon against the Mount St. Vincent Mystics. Will the Kings Blue Devils hang on? We'll find out in about 48 seconds. Wonder if Mount A is just going to take a quick foul here.
And they do.
They will. Hansen doesn't like the call, but it certainly seems like that's what they were trying to do.
No player in the history of basketball has ever committed a foul, judging from the reactions of every single player to every single call.
Mount A fans coming to life once again. But Lindsay Black, who's been pretty steady from the free throw line today, makes it an 8-point game, 45.9 on the clock.
Black's just a second year, but she is calm under pressure.
And I believe this is Mount A using their final timeout. Down 9. 45 seconds on the clock, so you got to think three-pointers have to be the play here for the Mounties.
And it shows under a minute left, but this is probably going to take about 5 to 10 minutes to finish this game.
That being said, neither team has a timeout at their disposal, so
I'd expect a lot of fouls, free throws. To your point, though, no timeouts left, so they're going to have to run the full length of the court, no advancing.
Again, Mount A, no panic on their bench, using the same sideline strategy. Skabar getting his head together with his assistant coaches to put a plan in place.
Man, these men's teams look ready to get on the court. It looks like every second they get a few inches closer to the court. Is it our turn yet? Can we play now?
Reminder, about 20 minutes from now, that game will be coming up. Mount Allison looking to upset top-ranked St. Thomas.
You can already see the St. Thomas faithful from Fredericton filing in the green and gold. They're a well-traveled fan base for sure. Nice to see the women's team, after falling short in the quarterfinal, they're sticking around to support their men's team. But back to this game, Mount A needs a three and then a few stops.
Furlong, she has some threes in this game. Takes one, that's well short of the mark and out of bounds, so
that might have been their best shot right there.
Yeah, and Furlong maybe one of their best shooters as well. Uncharacteristic miss well off the mark from her. And that is, it looked like it was straight out of bounds. A lot of people don't like the call. But it is King's ball. From here, it looked like it went straight out. Garrigan now, inbounds. Double team there, jump ball. Mumford and Hansen on the double. Jump ball will stay with Kings. 39 on the clock. Garrigan with a head of steam. Oh, gets it over to Hebert. ACAA was behind the defense, but Feasby is just going to take the foul, and Kings will go to the line for two. 9-point game, 32.5. Got to think it might be out of reach now for the Mounties as Nowlin comes back into the game.
Garrigan caught one in the forehead as she was avoiding the defenders. Pretty surprised she wasn't awarded a foul that time, but same result, Blue Devils free throws.
Again, the Blue Devils are going to need to find their groove from the free throw line if they want to upset top-ranked Mount St. Vincent tomorrow. It certainly looks like Kings is on their way as the lead hits double digits now. A half minute to go. Mounties need a lot of offense and a lot of offense fast. Good pressure there by ACAA. Mumford puts up a three. That's off the mark. Alexander sees the rebound go past her, and no shot clock now as Mumford will take the foul.
And Mounties just prolonging the agony at this point. It's just going to be cosmetic. Blue Devils will win and advance to the final.
Lindsay Black at the line for two. Makes good on the first attempt. She's been the one Blue Devil I think we can say has been consistently steady at the free throw line. Reminder to stick around after the game for the presentation of the Players of the Game awards. And Kings takes the rebound, and they'll be content just to play keep away for the last 12 seconds. So it's an all Halifax championship game. Mount St. Vincent Mystics and the University of Kings College Blue Devils will face off tomorrow afternoon at 1 in the ACAA Women's Basketball Championship. Two good competitive semifinals, though. But it's blue beating garnet or maroon in both matches. And Kings and Mount St. Vincent will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock for the championship. Reminder to stick around for your Players of the Game. And about 20 minutes from now, Mount Allison and St. Thomas in our first men's semifinal of the day. Thank you very much for tuning in. ACAA semifinal Saturday.
For your courtside sneaker player of the game, presented today by Patricia Shields, Holly College Acting Vice President of Academics and Applied Research. For Mount Allison Mounties, we bring forward number 14, Danielle Alexander. And for the University of Kings College Blue Devils, number 12, Emma Garrigan. Every superstar needs their moment for the photo shot. Round of applause for all the players in today's game, including our players of the game, Danielle Alexander and Emma Garrigan.